Hi everyone, I'm here today to answer some of your questions. For those of you who don't know me, which is a bit of a standing joke at the studio because the teachers are always saying, nobody knows who you are. I am Miss Hazel and I am the founder and principal of Talents Theatre School. So if you don't know me, hi. So my mum and my aunt were both professional dancers in London's West End from when they was 12 years old, which is another story. When they got married and had children, they both started dance schools. So I was sort of born into it, a bit like my granddaughters are now. I used to do modern and tap with my mum at my mum's dance school. And I used to do ballet and acrobatics at my aunt's school. Later on, when I moved to Wickford, I trained with Pat Prime, who was a fantastic ballet teacher. She's probably retired now actually, but she was at one time head of the Imperial Society of Dance. And then I did my teacher's training at the Richmond Academy in London. My first time on stage was when I was around 14, 15 months old, and I was dressed as a mouse, and I was supposed to run on stage and pick up the cheese and bring it back off the stage. The cheese, by the way, was a huge piece of foam cut in a triangle, and it had all lumps out of it. But I decided I liked being on the stage and wouldn't come off, and in the end they had to bring the curtains down on me. But I did get a great big round of applause, so maybe that's where my passion came from. When I was 15 and leaving school, we had to go and see a careers officer. I don't know if you still have to do that nowadays, but that's what we used to have to do. And they asked me what I wanted to do, and I said I want to become a dance teacher, and they said that that wasn't a proper job and that I had to rethink. And in them days, I used to do as I was told, so that's what I did, and I became a showroom model, which I did quite enjoy. About a year later, my mum was taken really ill, and I had to take over teaching most of her classes for her. And then about a year maybe after that, I think I was 17, I actually opened a school in Wickford, which is where we had moved to when I was just about 15, I think I was. I started my first class at St Andrew's Church Hall in Wickford, and I had 21 pupils on that day. And then I gradually built the school up and left work and became a full-time dance teacher. Like all dancers, I would have loved to have worked in the West End, but in my day you had to be stick thin, have no boobs, and be about 5'6", so that clearly wasn't me. I did audition for a professional cabaret group when I was about 18, and I danced with them for about 3 years, which was great fun. We had some great routines and some lovely costumes. My favourite was a white satin and lace bikini, very skimpy, and feathers. I had like big feathers in my hair, and we had to dance in high heels as well, which was quite challenging, which is probably why I make my senior girls always have a dance in high heels at some point. Probably easier for me because at least I used to dance in the disco in my killer heels, whereas now I think the girls are more used to wearing trainers. You all know Miss Shana. For those of you who don't know me, Miss Shana is my daughter, and obviously my granddaughters dance, Lally, Skylar and Soraya. When he was young, my son Lee, he actually danced with me, and he was very good actually, and I put him in a show routine I can't remember what the song was called, but it used to go, "Hey you, get into my car." So if anyone knows that. Just before the show, he came to me and went, "Mum, I can't do this." So that sort of abruptly ended his dance career, really. I think he secretly wishes that he'd carried on. Actually, my son Dean has got very good rhythm as well, but he only dances when he's had a few. My husband, no, let's not go there. My nan and my great aunt used to make all my costumes and all the costumes for my mum's show. I remember them sitting for months on end making costumes on their Singer sewing machines, which were on sort of a big desk, and then they had a big pedal underneath that they used to work with their foot to make the machine go round. I remember once my mum wanted sequin leotards for an aqua routine we was doing, and my nan and my great aunt sat sewing individual sequins onto leotards. Oh God knows how long it took them. It must have taken them forever, but that's what they did. My aunt wasn't so organised. I remember being in one of my Aunt Dawn's shows and having a costume actually stapled on me at the side of the stage. Oh, me and the teachers have had lots of laughter and fun together because we've known each other for so long. I mean, obviously all the teachers came to me when they was very young and I trained them all, apart from Miss Linda, who came a bit later. But and yeah, we have lots of fun times together. One of the staff parties that we had was really hilarious. Mr. Matt and Miss Shana decided that they would dress up and do a dance routine for us, and they came out. I think Mr. Matt was dressed in a tree dance outfit, but they did a routine for us that was hilarious, and I still laugh about it now, thinking about it now.